Sports fans, you've got 4 more days to get in the conversation with this high-quality B-Ball Breakdown t-shirt. Click here or on the link below. You in? Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I am pleased to have Pete Philo come on the show, who is the Director of International Scouting for the Indiana Pacers, as well as the President of TPG Sports Group. And Pete, I want to talk a little bit about something that's going on with you guys in July in Vegas. It sounds really exciting. We talked about it last year. So it's called the Pro Scout School. Lay it down for us. What is happening during that week?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Always honored to be on your show with you. Pro Scout School is something that we started last year, and we wanted to lay out something that's never been done before, Pro Scout School. We wanted to teach people, whether it's high school coaches, college coaches, professional coaches, just basketball enthusiasts, how we evaluate talent from the highest level. And what we did was we put together a series of levels of scouting. In other words, we put together pro personnel, international scouting, college talent evaluation, advanced scouting. We tried to touch every part of scouting possible. And this year, thanks to a lot of the requests from our attendees last year, we're able to get better. And this year we're offering a couple other panels. One in particular is a coaching panel, an NBA coaching panel, where we're going to have David Blatt from the Cleveland Cavaliers, as well as Bill Bano from the Toronto Raptors, and Sean Respert from the Memphis Grizzlies, and JB Bickerstaff from the Houston Rockets. So we think that panel, on top of all of our talent evaluation panels, will add a pretty neat dimension to this year's Scout School.
Wow, that's exciting, because I know I was there last year and learned a ton about what goes into it and just how hard being a scout is. That definitely seems like the kind of person that would want to come would be the kind of guy who wants to learn how to get into the business as well, right?
Well, sure. You know, if you're a diehard basketball person, you're in basketball, whether you're in the NBA or you're not, you're going to get better. You know, part of the drill is to get better at Scout School. I got better last year, and I've been in the NBA for 12 years. Maybe you get a little piece of information from another scout or a coach or a colleague, and you just make you think a little bit differently, and it helps you out. And the other piece is our relationships, where, you know, we do have a testimonial page where we've helped some people out. You know, some people got some leads and some internships and some jobs in the NBA. That's not our primary focus. Our focus is to bring the basketball world together. And what happens from there happens from there. You're going to learn and you're going to develop relationships. Getting in the NBA is about relationships and being very skilled and understanding what you do at the highest level. So that's our main focus.
And then are you doing a hands-on component as well this year?
We are. Day 2, we are going to have some breakout rooms. We're going to have a talent evaluation section where we break down bigs and smalls and how we look at those players going into the NBA from college or international, and some of the translatable skills that it takes to make it to the NBA, and just how we break film down that way. And then we're going to have an X&O session run by Bob Donewald, who's the head coach of the Iowa Energy. Bob has been in the league for many years, in Cleveland, in Charlotte, in New Orleans, and then he was in Ukraine, he was in Brazil, and then before Iowa, he was actually the head coach of the Chinese national team, where he went undefeated in Asia. He's an X&O guru, and so I asked him if he would jump in that film room and give everyone some really good knowledge, and he was happy to do it.
You know, I have a lot of players at all levels that are always asking me, you know, what are scouts looking for? What is it what can I do to stand out when I'm playing on that court? I figured I'd throw that question to you because I'm sure there's so many things going through your mind versus athletic ability versus, skill level. So what are the kind of things that kind of stick out in your mind that make you like a player?
Sure. You know, Nick, it goes by position. It really does. It's per position. So the important skill sets or translatable skills from a point guard are going to be different at a center position. Just for an example, positional size is very important for all positions. Okay. From there, Obviously athleticism, length, body type. You very rarely see, here's a nugget, you very rarely see a guy with a bad body in the NBA. You very rarely see a guy with a bad body in the NBA. And from there, you can kind of look through the league and see some of the things that translate. And if you really dig deep into some failures or guys that are successful that you didn't think were successful, and you try to figure out why, that kind of gives you the answers to the test a little bit.
Always interesting. Well, that's really great, a really good nugget. And I know I'm looking forward to the coaching segment of this as well because, there's a lot of parallels between scouting and coaching, I feel, having learned what I heard last year. So it sounds like an amazing 2 days of just knowledge for people to learn and to do it. Just remind me, when is it happening?
July 13th and 14th in Las Vegas at the Westgate Hotel.
Okay, and so everybody can find the link down below in our description, and definitely check it out, sports fans, because I know that if you have any interest in getting into the league or just learning more about how to evaluate talent at any level, this is the place you want to go to. So Pete, thanks for joining us, and tell us, where else can we find you on social media?
Well, TPG Sports Group, Twitter at TPG Sports Group. Myself and Charlie, who runs the show, behind the scenes here, we do a lot of the tweeting and social media, but we're really excited, Nick. Thanks again for having us, and for the people that are listening, we are also offering the GM experience, which we've added this year, and I'd like people to call for details on that one because that's kind of a private deal that we are offering, but we're accepting applications for that. So we're excited about that, but. Chad Ford's coming to speak. Kevin Pritchard's coming to speak, the general manager of the Pacers. Peter Dinwiddie, who's the capologist, one of the best cap guys in the NBA. Ryan Carr, director of scouting. We got Chris Alpert, the vice president of the D-League. We have a general manager from Spain coming, Willie Villar from Zaragoza, who's really good. We're just really excited about this year.
Well, I can't wait to be there myself. And don't forget, sports fans, at BBallBreakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in? You in, Pete?
I'm in, Nick.